Hello to all my hack and slashers and good guy dolls. My name is EJ Marino and we have a new Chucky review. I'm going to be jumping into episode 5, Little Lies. First and foremost, I want to say so sorry that this episode is massively delayed coming out. I had a crazy trip to California to watch the premiere of Belfast, a new film coming up that stars Katrina Balfe, Jamie Dornan, directed by Kenneth Branagh. It was an experience, but to be honest, I missed talking about Chucky with you all, especially this amazing episode. Oh my goodness, from start to finish, this had everything I've loved about this season. It has progressed storylines further. It is completely bonkers crazy. It's also very emotional at times. I am maybe in a weird state of mind, so the emotional relationship side of this stuff really hit me hard. This was just a jam-packed episode, and I'm kind of bummed because I know it's ending soon. We are at such a good spot in the season that I'm like, oh no, we're hitting the danger zone, this is gonna wrap up, and I don't know if we have a season 2 confirmation, but I need more from this story, from this universe. Seriously, this episode is jam-packed. We have the arrival of Tiffany and Nica. We have some relationship stuff with Devon and Jake moving forward. We also have Lexy's complete turn from the most villainous character to, wow, she's not as bad as her mom. This was exactly what I wanted to come back to. This was so much fun to watch. This was a very entertaining episode, and I hope you guys all feel the same because we all have to be on this ride together, and I hope everyone is enjoying it. Now, enough of this little review section, let's get into the recap. The episode begins, and we are in the 80s now. The flashbacks have moved all the way forward, and we have a more adult Charles Lee Ray. Who is it played by? Fiona Dourif. I am a sucker for boy drag. I think that is so fun seeing Fiona embody her father, and not just in the Nica performance, but in this as Charles' performance. It was so interesting, and this kind of was one of my more favorite flashbacks that we've seen, maybe since it's the 80s setting, maybe it's because we got Tiffany and Brad and the kind of are in Chucky and this kind of vibe. I really like that. Now, the overdubbing of the voices was a bit not my favorite, but I like this. I like seeing Charles meet a victim. It was really interesting to see this kind of progression for the character. We've seen him as that little boy, being a disgusting killer, to being a teenager and being a disgusting killer, to being the adult. We've really seen this character grow through these flashbacks. I was a bit not in love with the flashbacks at first, but now we've gotten to a point where I'm accepting them and really enjoying them. We'll talk about the flashback. Actually, no, let's just get it out of the way now. We also see later on in a more in a different flashback, we see Tiffany and Chucky first meet. There is a moment where she's kind of a bit of a psycho with him, and they have another girl over, and it's giving me American Psycho vibes while these two girls are going at it and the dude just watching, and I'm like, just don't stare at it, eat it. I really like this scene. I really thought it was a very interesting moment, and seeing Tiffany was, I like that Chucky didn't really corrupt her, really. She was already a cuckoo crazy girl, and I think that's really interesting. I think that helps me flesh out Charles wasn't really a gross master manipulator with her. He's he kind of introduces people to this lifestyle, as we saw with his friend that he met in the younger stuff, as he saw with Tiffany, and as he's trying to do with Jake and the kids now. Who is the one he's going to get to turn out of these modern settings of things? It's starting to feel more and more like Junior, especially because the other group kind of pushes him off. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I'm really liking that Chucky kind of finds these lost killer souls and just come with me, let's be evil together. And I'm like, that is fairly interesting. As soon as we get to the modern part of the episode, we are still in the hospital. I'm a little bit done with this hospital, but thankfully we don't seem to be returning there. Little Caroline is okay. She seems to be, still flustered, but she wants her Chucky. Her dad says, well, you sure you want Chucky? And she's demanding it, and he presents that ugly doll, and she says, never mind, don't want Chucky, and they throw him out. He lands in this pit of needles, and I'm so sorry, my mother. She hates needles, and she's been watching this reviews, and she was upset that I didn't warn her that there's a bunch of needles in the last one. So yeah, needles in this episode. Chucky falls into it and is just getting high and hilarious. I love the burnt faced Chucky. If I could buy a Chucky doll, it would be that doll. He is so awesome. Yeah, so now that the father has thrown out the Chucky doll, Lexy is freaked out. She's just like, okay, cool. We had where the Chucky doll was. Now he's gone. So let's get this new gang that we have. Let's call them the Scooby Gang. That's a completely original thing and never used from Buffy. So our new Scooby Gang is Devon, Jake, and Lexy. They are kind of teaming up, and there's a really great moment where they bond and start getting to know each other a bit more while they're going through this disgusting pile of things looking for the Chucky doll. I love this moment. I love seeing that Lexy is breaking down her walls more and more. She's still a mean girl character, but it's less cruel and pointed at Jake, and it's more of just, she's just a mean bitchy girl, and I like that. Like, I've always admired her character, even when she was the most disgusting. I thought she was good, but seeing her here with Devon and Jake while they're bonding, looking for this gross stuff, and as they continue to get closer throughout the episode, I thought that was really interesting and really, for me, like, really fleshing out the Lexy character. She's gonna be like the one I walk away with remembering the most out of all of this. I love Jake, I love Devon, I love Junior, I love all of the people we've seen here, but Lexy's really grown, and I'm curious if you guys are like still on the first early episodes feelings of her, or have you grown with me on my feelings on Lexy? We now jump to the kids at biology class. Why are we still seeing this teacher? Maybe y'all's prediction that she is Glenn or Glinda is right, because the ginger, the new body, I'm really curious on why she's here. But yeah, she kind of lets the class know, hey, we're doing this thing, but this isn't really about that. It's about the kids still texting and leaving Junior out of the loop. I understand their idea of like, if we don't involve him in this, he won't be in it, but like we're beyond that point. We should have let Junior in because he's feeling more pushed off. He's upset that Jake and Lexy are getting closer, which I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, bro, calm down. Yeah, and he's just like, hey, have you guys watched Westworld? And they're like, yeah, no, we're trying to kill, a demon doll guy. Like, no big deal, just ignore us and let's move on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, poor Junior. This also leads to a very cute moment, one of the first big moments with Jake and Devon in this episode. I just felt this so much. Jake is getting very overwhelmed. He's just feeling flustered, and I understand that. And he grabs his hand, and there's this really wonderful shot where just the world is speeding around him, and it's just those two in the moment. As someone who suffers from extreme crazy anxiety and stress, and I'm a bit overworked this morning as well, so I just really felt that I love that Jake has this person with Devon who can calm him down, just center him. I think it's so cute. It's just so honest and earnest and so real, and I really, really admired this moment. Out of anything in this episode, we get to a kiss later on that I just think was handled so adorably, so young and juvenile, but still so fresh and like understanding. I just really liked it, and I think this moment, though, I think the holding hand moment to me was more powerful than the kiss, because we got that moment that Devon has, like, he has his like love for Jake, and he wants to be his rock, and I'm like, Jake, just accept it, please love him, because I need some positive energy today. Throughout this episode, we do start getting some more of the adult family drama, which I am enjoying. Someone called me out for just liking the family drama, and I'm like, I do like it. So yeah, I liked it. We first get the moment where Caroline gets a new Tommy doll. We get a little bit more in this scene that the mayor's using like the town's money. She's a piece of crap. We'll find out more about that a little bit later when the town kind of boos her and like, boo this man. I was just like, yeah, don't really like her. This mom character is getting really villainous. She's getting so gross to Lexy, and I'm not really enjoying her with Lexy. I'm just like, oh, I see why you were so mean, because there was someone meaner ahead of you. This also gives us a scene where Caroline gets a new doll. It's a Tommy doll, and I'm like, oh my god, is Chucky already in it? And that is exactly what Lexy thinks when she straight up like WWE wrestles this thing. She elbow drops and punches him, and I'm like, yo, and I'm like, Lexy, I understand your frustration, but let's wait. And but her like nervousness is deserved. It's earned, because he does kind of coming back at the end, so yay. Then we also cut to a dinner scene with Jake and the family. This is just more of Uncle Sawa, like just kind of being harsh to Junior. Junior's getting pissed at Jake for having his stuff with Lexy. There's no phones at the dinner table because it's a rich white family. Yeah, I am like, oh my goodness. We also get, later on in the episode, but I'll just throw it in here, we also find out exactly what was happening to Junior's mother. She has stage 4 cancer and has not let the family know. I'm kind of glad that this wasn't, she's a cheating evil woman, blah, blah, blah. I thought that was a more interesting turn. Still hate that it's like some woman in peril story. I kind of just, maybe, I don't know. I was kind of like, oh, that's it. I'm glad it's not this, but also, why are we still doing this? That was a small little moment in this. but we have the most iconic moment coming up. I mean, other than Lexy just straight up like boxing that Chucky doll, that is like burned in my head, one of my favorite moments. Now we have the gross Chucky burn doll finding the Tommy doll. He ends up putting his soul into it. I was upset when they didn't show it at first because I was like, I have not heard the ritual all season, give me that. They cut to it at the end and I'm just like, I don't know why they were playing that as for a shock, but yeah, Chucky goes into the Tommy doll. We'll get into that at the end, but here is the most important part of this episode. Okay, first, before we get to that, the kids actually destroy the Chucky doll, the burnt one. They think they are in the clear. This also allows them to all let their guard down. This is a moment where they are like, we're free from this, we're done, let's get going. And this allows Devon and Jake to really bond and kiss and have like the official start of their relationship. I adored this moment. I thought it was so sweet. It was kind of like misguided because I'm like, oh my god, you guys are letting your guard down for the wrong moment. It's all going to break down and get crazy. And I'm like, oh boys, but yeah, they kiss. It's so romantic. I've seen some people have controversy of like, why are the gay boys kissing? And I'm like, why were Junior and Lexy kissing? Why do people kiss in general? Shut your mouth. I don't have time for that. If you're going to bring that to my comments, I'm going to block you, move on. We have other things to talk about. This was a cute, honest, fun, cute, like I just can keep saying cute because it sticks out to me as something just so adorable and so sweet. So if you have an issue with it, that's on you. That's on you. Now let's get to the best part of the episode. Nica and Tiffany are here. Oh my goodness, this is to add the queerness of the little boy stuff and just being so cute with their stuff, to go to Tiffany and Nica, well, Nica Chucky, Nica, Nica Chuck? I don't know. Nica Chuck. I'm gonna call her that for now. So yeah, we have Nica Chuck and Tiffany hooking up, and Chucky is in Tiffany's body, and she's just kind of gross and mean, and they're like torturing this one guy who's like watching them. And I also love that we still have bickering Tiffany and Chucky. No matter what body Chucky's in, he's still gonna fight with Tiffany, and Tiffany's still gonna bring up her mother. Oh my goodness, I hope we meet her mother at one point. I hope it's actually Martha Stewart. That would be genius. Oh my god, Don Mancini, I see you. If you're gonna do that, please do that. But this moment also gives us a crazy WTF moment. Nica and Chucky separate. We get a whole previously on the Chucky movies moment here where she's exposition dumping it. We're getting flashbacks. For people who have not seen Curse and Cult of Chucky, that probably helps a lot. For me, I was just like, okay, let's get through this. But we see that Nica and Chucky are fighting for the body. She's having moments where she's able to break through, and Chucky has to take back over and kill the poor cute hostage dude. But yeah, I like that. I think that's really starting to show that that could be a big factor into the finale of this, where Nica like separates from Chucky, probably allows herself to be sacrificed to save everyone. I'm seeing a lot there. That little moment planted so many seeds in my head, and I hope you guys are feeling the same way, because that was pretty dope. And in a somewhat rushed ending, the mayor has a meeting. Everyone's like, boo this woman, she's horrible. And I'm like, yeah, sure, the kids are all there, everyone's there, and this is a big moment because, oh wow, the principal is supposed to make her announcement, and her head will roll. It rolls out, and yeah, the kids realize that they did not kill Chucky. Chucky put himself into the Tommy doll, so he has a new facelift. I'm like, baby, I want a new face as well. So yeah, Chucky is refreshed. The kids they let their guard down for 2 seconds, and guess what? Heads will roll. It's about to go down. Oh my goodness, I really liked, I like this whole episode. The ending I just felt was just like, let's just get going, come on. Maybe it's because I watched it late, I'm still a little jet lagged, but I was just like, oh, okay, I like what this ending was, but with all the Nica stuff and all that, this ending just felt like, okay, this is more of the cliffhanger for the next one. I'm already there, guys. You don't have to cliffhanger me each episode. I'm down for clowning, like, let's just keep going. But I do like that we set up that we have Tiffany and Nica in town. We have the kids finding out that like it's not over, and we have Chucky maybe having some soul issues. Can he displace his soul this many times? Is it like waning himself on the spirits? Who knows? But we're gonna find out next week. We might get Andy next week. We get more Nica and Tiffany. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. That was it for my review of this week's Chucky. Sorry it was so delayed. Next week we will be on time, but oh my goodness, I had a blasty blast with this one. What did you guys think? Did you like this episode? Let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I make Chucky videos every single week, and give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy. All right, everyone, let's talk about Chucky down below.